Before going to Changsha, my mind was filled with this poem written by Mao Zedong during his youth. A friend asked me what I want to see in Changsha. I blurted out Yuelu Mountain and Orange Island. Although I have heard about the night economy in Changsha, if I hadn't been there, I couldn't have imagined Changsha as such a city full of vitality and creativity. Mao Zedong studied and worked in Changsha for 17 years when he was young. In the autumn of 1925, he wrote this poem expressing passion, ambition, and lofty revolutionary ideals. Who could have imagined that nearly 100 years later, Changsha today has become a world for young people? In a peaceful environment, young people are flying their ideals and creating miracles here. Mao Zedong thought and contemporary youth are portraying a century-long journey and a spiritual integration. Just as Mao Zedong expressed in his poetry, young we were, schoolmates, and life full flowering, filled with student enthusiasm. Boldly, we cast all restraints aside. On the first day of arriving in Changsha, my friend took me to dinner. We walked along the pedestrian street of Huangxin Road to the restaurant. The lively scene all the way really surprised me. Is this China where the epidemic just ended? My friend said that this was not the busiest time yet. What is the busiest time like? My friend said that when the relevant departments built this pedestrian street, the artists for outdoor performances here were strictly trained and selected. No wonder their level is so high. Street singers here even have their own fan base. The original spirit of young people in Changsha is astonishing. A friend said that the characteristic of Changsha's internet celebrity culture is that young people forcefully create their own brands. Personally, I don't care about the internet celebrity culture, but I have a different perspective on the phenomenon of Changsha, becoming an internet celebrity city from a city with revolutionary history. Young people integrate their own products into the elements of street life, innovating in nostalgia and making internet celebrity culture closely related to the spiritual life of the people. Wen Heyou is a typical case. At a certain age, everyone will nostalgia. Our generation's complex was tied to the 1950s and 1960s, while today's young people spend their childhood in the 1980s and 1990s. At that time, China was experiencing a process of old and new changes, with old cities disappearing one after another and new cities springing up. The memories of childhood are no longer traceable. Changsha young man Wen Bin and his friends transformed a 7-story building into a huge 3-dimensional living community of Changsha in the 1980s and 1990s, named it Wen Heyou, which means Wen Bin and his friends. Coming to Wen Heyou is like traveling back to the 1980s and 1990s, where all the scenes are real, with food, drink, and play. Everything is the same as before. Why Changsha? The true internet celebrity elements of a city are often self-grown, with a smoky atmosphere that makes people feel close and empathetic. Wen Donghua, the co-founder of Wen Heyou, once said something that resonated with me. He said, "We are not from the Tang Dynasty or the Song Dynasty. We are restoring the history of our own childhood. For us, yesterday we experienced its history, and this is the community we lived in when we were young." Changsha has become a highly attractive internet celebrity city, and Hunan TV has contributed immensely. The post-80s and the post-90s generation in China grew up under the influence of a series of programs suitable for young people on Hunan TV. The slogan, "Forever 25 years old" on Hunan TV means everything. Because Hunan TV often invites young idols to participate in their programs, the location of Hunan TV has become a popular gathering point for the followers of those internet celebrities. Fans from all over the country gather there, waiting for their idols to appear. A short video cannot tell the whole story of Changsha. I want to introduce Changsha to friends around the world, especially young friends. Let them know that the young people in Changsha have amazing creativity. Here they can see the prosperity of the modern Changsha and experience the charm of traditional Chinese market culture at the same time. Here they can be easily mingled with the young people in China, without misunderstandings or barriers, only the common pursuit of young people, happiness, freedom, and enthusiasm.